we obviously give you a heads up when we meet with you on your final before we come and start. Get rid of all your appliances, your furniture. We tell you the travel path that we're going to be using to get back there. So clearing any and all of the ways that we're going to get there. Your driveway, depending on the size of your project, you may have a dumpster out front that we utilize. Having a place for that's not on the road. Typically we'll put it in the driveway so it doesn't damage the grass. But if we don't need the dumpster, then we'll stage the material there initially. We'll actually dump the material. So that's how you can stage your home there as well, by moving a car out of the way. Of course, we work with you on that and make sure that that's the case. But just really understanding how the process of the project is going to work, to how we're going to have a lay down out in the backyard, how we're going to have a work area, and clearing those areas. If there's a massive overgrowth of foliage or brush or something that we're installing a new deck in. Clearing some of that stuff. Obviously, we'll do a lot of the cut down of it, but if there's any pots or things you want to keep in that area, that'd be the biggest preparation for us to come out and do your project. We obviously do all the tear down. We clean up after ourselves. We pull the piers and so forth. So we're going to handle all that. But any of your own personal stuff, preparing for that is paramount. Another big one that often gets overlooked by other contractors is making sure that all the exits, if they're elevated, making sure those exits are covered. And you can help that on the inside by locking your doors and so forth, so your kids don't go out and fall out or whatnot. But we obviously put barricades up there. But that's another thing that you can look for when you're preparing for a deck builder to come out, making sure those exits aren't available to your kids or yourself while we're doing work. So most overlooked things that people don't understand is that it is a big construction project. There is going to be foot traffic around your yard, way more than what you're used to. Your grass might not die, but you're going to see a trail of where people walk from the front to the back, because we're doing it every day, back and forth several times getting material. If there's big heavy stuff, we'll put down boards so that we don't damage the yard. But just understanding the level of construction that's going to go on is oft overlooked by most homeowners. Again, we're not there we're there to damage as very little of your grass, to damage as very little of your landscaping, but it does happen. It does happen, the extra traffic. Sometimes if there's a flower bed that you really like or something like that, that's really up in the project, just understanding the level of traffic and the work that's going on, definitely overlooked as far as the breadth of the project and what it takes to actually build one.